Police have issued warrants for the arrest of 7 people over an allegedly lucrative blessing scam, targeting mostly elderly Chinese women that's believed to have netted more than $3 million across the East Coast. Crime reporter Leah Harris is with me in the studio. Hi, Leah. So how does this scam operate?
Well, police say this group have been approaching vulnerable elderly people, sometimes outside shopping centres on the street, and essentially convincing them that their families are at risk of evil spirits, and to combat that they need to have their valuables and their wealth blessed by this group. They then obtain cash and valuables from that person and replace it with non-valuable items, put it in a bag and hand it back to them and tell them not to open the bag for a significant period of time. Now, police launched a strike force to investigate this after receiving dozens of reports of this happening this year. That strike force has already arrested 2 people, including a man who was extradited from Queensland yesterday. He faced court in Sydney today, but they do believe that there's a lot more people involved. They have released images of 7 people who are wanted. They do believe a lot of them have already fled back overseas, so they are looking into extraditing those as well, but they do believe there could be more incidents and more people involved.
I would describe as are very, very vulnerable people. The majority of them are female, they're elderly, and they absolutely underpin the word vulnerability. And that's what makes this scam, this crime, let's not call it a scam, this crime so serious. They are like piranhas. They are circling around vulnerable people and they are robbing them of, in times, huge amounts of money and their jewellery and their trusted property.
So, Leah, what are police warning people to look out for?
They say this group is targeting mostly the Chinese community here in Sydney as well as in Queensland and Victoria. They're urging members of those communities to just be on the lookout, particularly for people asking for directions to a Chinese herbal doctor or spiritual healer, and also anyone asking for their valuables to be used in a blessing ritual. And they're just emphasising, if you do know any people in this community who they may be vulnerable, please make sure they don't bring strangers back to their house, and most importantly, do not hand over their valuables or money to strangers.
Thanks, Leah.